Alright, so it looks like we have some bad news for Modern Warfare 2, which I really don't want to say because I really want this game to be good. I've said this in so many videos, but your boy really grew up playing Call of Duty games. Like, I love Call of Duty. I'll always have a soft spot for CUD games. Anytime we have bad CUD news, or like CUD is not in a good place, or there's controversy around Call of Duty, I always just kind of facepalm because I really want this game to be successful, right? I just really want to see CUD thrive in the best way possible. But that's not happening right now because there's a big controversy taking place around skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking, it seems to be the gift that just keeps on giving, right? So Modern Warfare 2 is dropping in like 2 days at the time of me recording this video right now.
Left, right, left.
So there's big talk about skill-based matchmaking over on Twitter and YouTube, Reddit, basically everywhere, because Timthetatman, who is a really big streamer, right? You guys most likely know who he is. He recently came out and said that he would not be streaming Modern Warfare 2 because of skill-based matchmaking. Which, you know what, I kind of respect that. I have to respect that because so often we see streamers who play CUD or play any game, and yet while they're playing this game, they always bash this game, they talk shit about the game. I feel like the most respectable thing to do is to just stop playing this game and actually take action on your words. Like, if you're really saying that this game is trash or skill-based matchmaking is ruining my experience and you're still playing it, then you're just talking. But if you actually stop playing the game and you publicly say, I'm not going to be streaming this game because of skill-based matchmaking or because of this thing, I have to respect it. You're putting action behind your words, so I respect it. Now granted, Timthetatman is a much bigger streamer than most streamers out there. He's most likely in the 0.001 percentile range, so he could afford to not stream a game even if he doesn't like it. You know, most streamers don't have the choice. If they started playing this game and the game ends up going to shit or it has a bad feature in it, like skill-based matchmaking, then they can't just stop playing the game and streaming it because that is their source of income. So Timthetatman does have the privilege and the ability to not stream this game because he already has a pretty big audience, but it's still something respectable in that, you know, having this big platform and saying I won't be streaming this game because of this, I have to respect it. I just have to respect it. Now, even though I agree with his stance against skill-based matchmaking, I mean, some people did not agree with him. For example, Ordinary Gamer said this: I feel like the whole skill-based matchmaking debate is done mostly by streamers that just want to pop stomp on a casual playlist. For the majority of the players not streaming or farming clips, skill-based matchmaking keeps the game fair for most people and on equal footing. I could be wrong, but I don't get this debate. Just when I thought we were actually making progress, you know, I actually thought that this conversation was going somewhere, then this guy posts this and he gets 23k likes. Dr Disrespect also chimed in on this conversation, right? And he said, go get a life if you think skill-based matchmaking belongs in pub lobbies. I agree. I do agree. Now, for you guys who don't really understand why skill-based matchmaking is such a big topic, you might just think that streamers are complaining as they always do. Listen up real carefully because people have it confused. People don't really understand what skill-based matchmaking is and like what even is the purpose of skill-based matchmaking. So let me try to explain this to you guys and I want you guys to listen, right? Skill-based matchmaking explained in 1 minute or less. The whole goal of skill-based matchmaking, guys, is to keep players in their respective player pools, right? So for example, if I have a 5 KD in Modern Warfare 2, Infinity Ward and the devs at Modern Warfare 2 would want to keep me in lobbies that reflect that. So most likely I'll see 5 KD players, 4 KD players, 3 KD players. I will never dip below that. I will never see a lobby with like 1 KD players or 0.5 KD players, just because Activision mainly and all of the powers that be at Modern Warfare 2, they don't want players with a lower KD to get pop stumped and then leave the game, because that allegedly, you know, it kind of ruins player retention. And of course, if you're a company, you would want to see player retention be somewhat high. You want to see players keep coming back to play a game, and you want to see players actually play for a long period of time. So the whole goal, the real purpose of skill-based matchmaking is to just keep player retention somewhat high. That's it. Now, because of this, right, it's only natural for players who have a specific skill level, let's say they have a 0.5 KD, low skill players, right, to remain in low skill lobbies. They are going to stay in those lobbies. You're never going to see sweats. You're never going to see them playing against 5 KD players because of the player retention. Activision wants these players to keep playing, and if they actually put them in a very sweaty lobby, you run the risk of these players hopping off and just saying, you know what, this game is too hard for me to play, let me hop off and play an easier game. So while skill-based matchmaking does technically benefit low skill players, it also fucks good players in the ass. Pause. Because the system places low skill players in these player pools, right? It's only natural for the good players, the very high skill players, to be all in a separate player pool. So no matter what game you go in, if you have a 2KD, if you're always dropping like high kills, if you're getting nuclears all the time, nukes all the time, you are always going to be in sweaty lobbies no matter what, simply because of your skill. And it kind of sucks because this is how I look at it, right? Let's say you spend 10 years developing your Call of Duty skill, like me. Hi. Let's say you spend 10 years trying to improve in CUD, trying to, get your aim where it needs to be, your map awareness, and you're just really trying to improve. You wouldn't really get to appreciate all of the time you put into the game, and you wouldn't really see your skill being showcased because you're playing against players at your very same skill level, And that's fine if you have a ranked playlist, but if you're playing in pubs, I just don't think that lobbies need to be sweaty all the time. That's not how we all grew to love CUD. When I first started playing Black Ops 2, guys, if I'm being real, when I first started playing Black Ops 2, your boy was ass. I was trash. I used to use like the 5x scope, the 6x scope on a assault rifle, thinking I was doing something. I had to get shitted on to eventually learn how to shit on people. Like, I had to go through my growing pains and learn what's the best weapons to use. How do I, get a nuclear? How do I aim better? What's the best perks to use? I had to go through all that eventually to become a decent player at Call of Duty, right? So the main reason why so many streamers and you really see good players complaining the most about skill-based matchmaking is because you spent all this time trying to get good at this game. You spent all this time investing in this game, right? And what does Activision do? They just say, you know what? Fuck you. We don't care. We care about our casual players more because they make up the brunt of our player base. So fuck you. You can play with those sweats and let our casual players just enjoy the game and camp and use weird attachments and play like butts. But you have to sweat every single game simply because you actually bought every single CUD game in the past 10 years and you got good. You have to sweat. That's basically what's taking place. That's basically the kind of the messaging that's getting across when they have skill-based matchmaking in these games. And it's not just like, light skill-based matchmaking. Guys, listen, I played the Modern Warfare 2 beta, right? That shit was like a freaking pro league, tournament match. Everybody had this insane movement. Everybody was using the same weapons, same attachments. Everyone was playing so aggressive. Everyone was trying to get freaking a nuke. Everyone was trying to get the highest kill streaks or score streaks. Everybody was trying to just sweat, and that's fine, in a couple of games, but I don't want to play Call of Duty and every single game is the exact same type of players. That's just not fun. Because back in the day, one game you'd have a butt lobby, you'd have players using trophy systems and just playing real butt-like, right? And on the second game, you'll have these sweats and you actually have to try hard. That to me is a more fun experience because the gameplay is it's different. It's not the same game every single time you play. So CUD is under scrutiny right now because of this. I don't think that they're gonna change it. Most likely, skill-based matchmaking will be the exact same in Modern Warfare 2. So honestly, I feel like these streamers are wasting their breath even trying to, boycott Modern Warfare 2 because nothing's gonna change. Nothing is going to change. These companies have something that tells them that skill-based matchmaking is good for the game. So it's going to stay in the game once the devs and once the publishers think it's a good thing. I feel like every single year a brand new CUD drops, it's the same conversation and nothing changes. And nothing is going to change with this one as well. Mark my words, they're not going to change. I'd be so surprised if Modern Warfare 2 actually, lowers the amount of skill-based matchmaking, for example. Like, I just don't see them doing that because, again, all these companies care about is money. And if they think they're going to make more money doing this, they're going to do it. But leave your thoughts down below. What do you guys think? Are you going to be playing Modern Warfare 2? Do you even really care about skill-based matchmaking? I want to see what you guys have to say. But that's it for me today. I'll see you guys in the next one.